talking nonsense. It's stupid.
Right, I feel that every day in how supportive he's been. He's also a fox.
You're ugly.
It's weird, right?
Meghan Markle's back in the spotlight, and it's not what you think. She's breaking down on podcasts, showing a side nobody saw coming. Even stranger, she's still handing out autographs using a royal title she's officially lost. What's really going on? The answers aren't coming easy, and the story is just heating up.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
Staff keep quitting on Meghan Markle again. But this isn't just about tough days or bad luck. Behind her public tears and tabloid storms, there's a darker mess. Lawsuits stacking up, fans turning sour, and whispers hinting at something far more tangled, maybe even shady. The surface is only the start. What's really going on behind closed doors? Hold tight. This is about to get messy.
She used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Open British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
At this point, jokes fly that Meghan should just call herself the Duchess of Drama. One viral comment hit hard. People say they'd trust an astronaut impersonator over taking her advice. That sting? Real. But the story's far from over. What's behind the sarcasm, and what's next on this wild ride?
Seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
Meghan sat down with Jamie Kern-Lima, a self-made billionaire who's all about power moves and passion, for what should have been an unfiltered, honest podcast. But from the first second, something felt wrong. Instead of raw emotion, you got the vibe of a show that was all surface and zero soul. It was awkward, staged, and miles away from the real talk it promised. The host tried to crank up the energy, but it came off as painfully cringy. And Meghan, she was so rehearsed it felt like watching another one of her forced Netflix cooking bits. Nothing landed. Everything felt fake. And just like that, the honesty they teased, gone. Meghan dabbed at her eyes, voice shaking as she spoke of crushing pressure. But here's the catch. There were no real tears. It looked like the emotion was there, yet something felt off, like a scene playing out more than a moment living. You want to believe, but your gut tells you otherwise. What's behind this act? The truth's just out of reach, and it's driving the suspense higher.
And she also is pretending that she's crying. We zoomed in just to see. There isn't a tear in sight. Dan, look at this. I invite the viewers to take a close-up look at this. Where's the tear?
The fake crying show? It blew up on social media fast. Viewers weren't fooled. They called out the act right away. Almost instantly, an old clip resurfaced where Meghan laughed about being able to cry on command. The hashtag went viral. The performance wasn't just questioned, it was mocked. This wasn't just emotion, it was a calculated scene. What else is playing behind the curtain?
Now make yourself cry. Yeah. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me.
Let's be real, that old clip crushed her story. Was Meghan truly breaking down, or was it just another camera-ready act? Suddenly, her podcast tears didn't feel raw, they felt rehearsed, staged to perfection. The old footage hit back hard, flipping the narrative and turning sympathy into doubt. Now every emotional moment is under a microscope. What's genuine? What's a show? The next move could change everything.
It's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard, and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
The beginning of that clip where she's like, oh my God, it's like, it's so inauthentic.
Just as the noise around Meghan's podcast began to fade, body language expert Scott Rouse stepped into the spotlight and poured gasoline on the fire. Trained alongside the FBI and military intelligence, Rouse lit up social media with a sharp, no-nonsense breakdown of her every gesture. His verdict? The signals were screaming, fake, rehearsed, and hiding something deeper. Suddenly, all those unanswered questions got louder, and the heat turned up. You think you saw the truth before? Think again. The real story is just getting started.
How are you? And are you okay?
That's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay. How are you?
That smile's a little bit over the top. And that single shoulder shrug she has, that usually indicates that person isn't very confident with their answer or their statement.
Rouse broke it all down. The rapid blinking, stiff face, and gestures that didn't match her words. These nonverbal slips, they usually mean discomfort, or worse, outright lying. The jaw dropper? When Meghan talked about her emotional pain, her voice sounded heavy, but her face, blank. No tension, no twitch, no sign of feeling at all. The disconnect was loud and clear. What's really going on beneath that calm surface? The silence speaks volumes.
Dating and he was keeping. So I think we were just on a letter basis.
Yeah.
This is fake. She knows exactly when that happened. The eye search she's got going on there, that's forced and faked, as is the facial expression.
Rouse's breakdown set the internet ablaze. Suddenly, nobody was just hearing Meghan. They were dissecting every blink, every glance, every subtle move. When she said she writes bedtime emails to her kids, social media didn't buy the feel-good spin. It smacked of PR, not parenting. The storyline shifted, and the watchers got sharper. This wasn't sincerity, it was strategy. What's really behind the words? The chase just picked up speed.
For the kids, these email addresses that sort of like names again that you would never guess, that I will give them at some point in their lives when they're older. But before I go to bed, almost every night.
Now every tiny detail is under the microscope. During the podcast, a quick flash on screen showed a gift basket Meghan made, complete with a handwritten card. But sharp viewers zoomed in fast. The card was signed, Her Royal Highness. That title is supposed to be gone. Why bring it back now? The smallest slip ignited fresh questions. What's the real story behind that signature? The tension keeps building, and no detail escapes notice.
The title, it restricted the way it was to be used. It was not to be used publicly. And she was giving a friend some strawberry jam that she made herself, and she wrote HRH, the Duchess of Sussex.
Here's the snag. Meghan's not allowed to use that title anymore. Was it a careless slip or a bold flex? That little moment sent criticism flying. People debated. Was it just an honest mistake, or was she holding tight to a crown she'd lost? The questions slammed the brakes, then hit the accelerator. The story's heating up and no one's letting this go.
If somebody gives you a gift, you can say, you know, so-and-so, my friend so-and-so gave me a present. Yeah. I don't feel like she needed to.
After stepping back from royal life, Meghan lost the right to use Her Royal Highness. So when that card showed up with the banned title, it sparked outrage. No mild eyebrow raises here. Critics slammed it as delusional. Even her old fans called it cringe. The internet ripped into her, summed up perfectly by one comment. You can't have it both ways, Meghan. The backlash hit hard and fast. The stakes just got higher.
Homemade strawberry jam. It's kind of like a doctor when you keep referring to them as doctor, like, call me Susan. You know, like, I would never refer to myself as Her Royal Highness.
Is it a bad look for Meghan to still refer to herself as a royal?
No, it's not.
There you are.
Because,
Wake me up when you're done.
Now the heat isn't only from the public, it's blasting the monarchy itself.
A recent poll dropped a bomb. 97% want King Charles to strip Meghan and Harry of their royal titles. No questions asked.
This isn't a gentle push. It's a roar demanding action.
The palace feels the pressure, and the story is reaching a breaking point.
What happens next could change everything.
The public's message is clear.
They're done with Meghan and Harry playing royal and rebel at the same time.
Then Harry drops a bomb in an interview. He admits he doesn't even know how long King Charles has left.
That's a high-stakes revelation that shook the royal world to its core.
Tensions are sky high, and this story is nowhere near over.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security.
The royal family made it clear. Don't talk about King Charles's health. You haven't heard from him since February 2024. That's over a year of silence. Charles is keeping distance, but Prince William is drawing a hard line behind the scenes. When he becomes king, William won't hesitate. To him, Meghan and Harry's actions aren't just drama, they're betrayal. He's ready to cut ties to protect the crown's image. This feud isn't private anymore, it's global. All eyes are locked in, especially on Harry, who's openly complaining about his family's security now.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. I would love reconciliation with my family. I've always, there's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
Harry threw down, demanding the royal family give him protection, without paying a cent. No dice. The palace shut that down fast. Step back from royal duties, and the perks go with it. He lost that fight hard. The line was drawn clear. No royal duties, no royal freebies. Simple. The game's changing, and Harry's stuck in the middle.
She didn't want to be a real princess because to be a real princess involves duty and responsibility, caring about other people. And so she just wanted to be a pretend princess in Hollywood. So she split her husband off from his royal family and then inked a $1 zillion deal with a bunch of media companies, and then all her projects flopped.
Meanwhile, Meghan made another move, trying to rebrand. Her lifestyle company, originally called American Riviera Orchard, quietly changed its name to As Ever, but it backfired fast. The new name clashed with multiple small businesses already using it. Then came the kicker. The logo looked almost identical to a town's official coat of arms in Spain. Legal trouble erupted online. The polished image cracked, revealing what many saw as a desperate grab for attention and cash. The rebrand? A mess. The stakes just got messier. Meghan's relaunch just hit a new low. Officials in the Spanish town of Mallorca have accused her of copying their traditional coat of arms for the logo of her newly rebranded luxury lifestyle brand. The logo looks shockingly similar, too close to ignore. Despite the hype of her products selling out in 30 minutes, insiders reveal barely any were made, turning the frenzy into a hollow victory. And just when the headlines seemed to peak, Meghan's DIY bath salt recipe on Netflix may have triggered a $10 million legal bombshell. What sounded like a harmless home project could become a costly legal nightmare. The chaos keeps climbing, and the next headline might break the dam. The question looms, how much deeper will this spiral go? Robin Patrick, a woman from Maryland, didn't see disaster coming when she followed the recipe. Until it hit. Severe burns scorched her skin, ulcers erupted, and her diabetes? The ingredients, arnica, Himalayan salt, sent her condition spiraling. She's not just angry. She's ready to drag Meghan, Netflix, and Archewell into a courtroom showdown. Forget bad publicity. This is about to explode. Lawsuits could fly. Is anyone safe? Or is the recipe for trouble just starting to cook?
There's some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time. There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
Listen, I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament. She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy for all of my celebrities.
The nearest thing Meghan Markle ever had to a $1 billion idea was marrying a prince.
It was planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
Meghan said she barely knew Harry or the royals before they met. But old blogs and friend stories tell a different tale, one of deep curiosity and maybe a secret plan. Was it just rumor or a move she kept quiet? Either way, it lights a fire. Critics say this isn't love, it's a strategic climb to fame. The spotlight's on and the tension's boiling.
A woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her. She's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, who wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real princess.
Headlines, deals, drama. It's all tangled up now. This isn't just a royal saga anymore. It's a masterclass in media control, image crafting, and bending public opinion. Meghan and Harry rewrote the royal rules nobody saw coming. But here's the real question. Are they changing the game or just recycling old plays with new faces? If you're still here, you want more. Hit like, subscribe for the next deep dive, and drop your thoughts below. The conversation's just heating up.